Okay, here we are, it's 2020. This is the long-awaited return of Birdman Dad. Let's go. Okay, so here we are. We're here to show all our fans our new aviaries and things that have changed over the last 3 years. Okay, in we come. This is a new aviary that we were designing some 3 years ago. Just behind us here, we've got some little holding cages, so when we're buying new birds or selling birds, the birds end up in these cages. They're quite good, so we can put them in there for a week or two just to quarantine birds, and also when people come to pick birds up, it's a lot easier to catch the birds out of these small holding cages. Okay, so in we go. Okay, so this is where we're in our new cage, one of the new aviaries. Used to be full of a lot of neophemas. When we did a lot of Birdman Dad, we had a lot of the scarlet mutations. Now we've just settled for just 3 pairs of the normal scarlet-chested parrots. So we've decided just to focus on them, got out of the mutations and just keeping them. So just behind us here, this is one of the aviaries that we've done up for the finches. A lot of grass seeds, a lot of shrubs we're trying to grow and set up through here. Eventually it'll be all full of the grass and the shrubs. Full-time seed, grass seed for them to eat all the time, and we find that it's really showing really good results. Birds can get a feed of grass seeds whenever they need. Once the shrubs, like I say, get up, they'll be able to build their nests. We've got a little bit for the winter time that they can get in under out the way, and they seem to be really enjoying it. We've bred a few birds through here already. Okay, so we can see a couple little ones flying over the top of us, a couple little orange cheeks. They've got young ones at the moment. They especially love it in here. As we walk down through here, the birds can come down through here. Got one that got a bit of rain this morning, which is good because we haven't seen any rain. You see a little orange cheek disappearing through there, but they can actually come down through here, end up through this section here. That's where we do a lot of our feeding for the birds. So we can see them, they all get down on the ground with a bit of sunlight coming through. It's nice and warm in the aviary. They scratch around on the ground looking for a few bugs and whatnot, and they seem to really like it. So then these can act as also little holding aviaries. So we've got birds in here that we hold. A lot of young ones from last year. Actually leave some of these doors open so these birds actually do go in. Trying to encourage them to nest in the small aviaries, but they can come out when they like and head off down here where all the grass seeds are. So a lot of the aviaries, some of these are obviously empty now. Young birds in here that we've been quite successful with over the last 3 years with blue caps and lesser red brows, odd blue gullion in there, but just young'uns that we pull out of the big aviaries, bring them in, let them settle here for a few weeks. Okay, so like I say, that cage has only been up and running for about 12 months. So this is obviously one of the originals. We come into the walkway. So we can enter all the flights from down the back of this walkway. This is one of our special cages that we a lot of breeding goes on in here. We don't come in here very often, but this is where a lot of the birds come in. They come into this cage. I don't know if you can see down here, we've got a little nest that's been built down there in the ground by some orange cheeks. Been there for a few weeks now, so they're obviously busy building that. All down through here, they come in here, it's nice and quiet. Even the walkway's all darkened off or blackened off so that they can't, no one's here to worry them. They come in here. We have got more nests that we will be putting up. But yeah, it's just one of the areas the birds love to come into. So there we go in there. Okay, this is our fly box. In the last 12 months we've decided to give maggot breeding a go. Not as easy as people may think, but some of the birds seem to love them. We obviously focus on white ants, keep our white ants in the buckets here, go out harvesting white ants and we keep them in. They normally last up to a good 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks in these buckets. Well, I just add a little bit of water to them every now and then just to keep them moist. But yep, so there we go. So we come along. These are all the aviaries now, obviously in the walkway. Like I said, a lot of these cages are empty, but there are some that do have birds in. There's a couple little lessers have jumped in, like we were saying. They'll pop in, come in, get some food, and off they go. We've spoke about flyovers. We've got a lot of flyovers in our setup. The birds can fly over and enter other aviaries. So we probably, in a big setup like that, we've probably only got maybe 8 pairs of birds, and they all seem to get on. Plenty of room for everyone. There's no squabbling. Seems to work really well. Okay, so now we're coming down to another level. We've still got a bit of work to do. There's always work to do. The setup behind us with the roof in it is all freezer panels up top, which drops it by 10 degrees in the hot 45-degree summer days we get. But this part of the setup is really, really cool. So eventually we've got the materials. It's just time. We will replace all this. I'm hoping over the next couple of months, and we will have it all done. The other thing that we're trying to do at the moment, and seem to be having a fair bit of success, is in a lot of the aviaries, even this aviary's empty, but we're growing the grass. I'm a real big believer of the grass. All the finches at any time of the day, they want to feed on grass seeds, they've got it. So we're trying to get that growing and established in most of the aviaries. Alright, as we come down, we'll show you this from the other side in a minute. Right down through here, this is all being altered at the moment, and the few birds that we've got left, a few of the Narita bluebonnets, little hand-reared pair that now be over 12 years old of Western Roseolals, and like I say, just a couple more pairs of the Narita bluebonnets. Okay, so that's now, we can see it from the outside. That's one of our latest, like I said, that's one of the latest setups that we've done. Now you can obviously get the appreciation of the birds. So they're out and about now, like I say. We've just had a little bit of rain, but they're all on the move. Absolutely love it inside this cage. Okay, so another tough challenge we had over the journey is our fish pond got out of control. So we decided to revamp the fish pond. It meant pulling out all the reeds and everything, and refurbishing, resealing, altering a few things, but yeah, it's come up quite good. Okay, so this is one of the other setups. Originally would have been in, but as you can see now, we have a lot of the grass. A lot of the birds are enjoying it, and the one thing I do like about this is, obviously during the day, this is closed off. And it's very peaceful, so the birds really seem to like it, but they really enjoy it, so I think it's a bit of a success. So what we've decided to do, we're now continuing, here's our flyovers again, so they can enter, go out into the big fly, come back through here. I've shown you in the past, we've got sliding doors on the inside. They fly through, I can trap them through, they're easy to get out, so they're very easy to catch in there. Almost obviously impossible to catch in there. So what we're doing now is we'll come through here. This is going to be another stage that we're constructing at the moment. So this here, we've pulled some of the other aviaries apart. This is in construction at the moment. I'm hoping again over the next couple months this will all be finished off and have our birds in. One thing I've done differently on this one is we've decided, so the walkway again will be mirror image to that one, and I've put a couple of doors this time so that I can actually enter from the walkway. On the other setup, I have to go into the rear walkway to get into the aviary, so it is a little bit of a pain. So that's one thing that we've changed that we think will be definitely easier. Okay, so we've got our new footings. Again, this will be much the same, be a bit longer than the other cage. We've got the shrubs, we've got the grass growing, we've got some of the footings down, ready for the steel to sit on. And yeah, it should work out really, really well. Okay, so this is one of the other things that we've done since our last Birdman Dad. We've put down a bit of concrete, bit of a path, so that we can wander in through. This is obviously now looking back to where we just came from. A lot of concrete down, makes it a lot easier. A little place to sit in the afternoon, to sit and watch the birds. Really nice. So once we get through to here, the concrete will continue, and then we'll be looking at the new aviaries that are here. So we'll go in around the palms and things like that. And yeah, with another YouTube video coming out very soon. See yous.